B equals 3, C equals 6. Fine. They're asking us, again, the same question. Solve the triangle. Okay. Before we do anything, we picture a triangle. And then we have A with the opposite of 4. We have B with the opposite of 3. And we have C with the opposite of 6. Since we have 3 sides, we have to use law of cosines. It doesn't matter which angle you want to determine. Let's say if we want to determine A, then we will write A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. All these are given. This is the variable now. And this will only have one option. Always. How come? Here's why. Because cosine is positive here and here. And there is no angle that is in the fourth quadrant that will fit in any triangle. So it will only have an option that is an acute angle. There is no possibility for something like this between 270 and 360 degrees to fit in a triangle. So law of cosines will not give us the ambiguous case ever. Okay, it's always one possibility, or it does not exist. Careful how we solve for cosine. I prefer taking this term to this side and making it positive, and prefer taking this and making it negative to the other side. Because when I move terms from one side to the other, all I do is change the sign. So 2BC cosine A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared. I do not plug in till the very end. It's up to you. I recommend this method, but it's up to you. If you want to plug it in, then it may be more work in my opinion, but now I plug it in because I have everything. So then cosine A equals B squared 9 plus C squared 36 minus A squared 16 over 2 multiplied by B times C 18. I refuse to do this by hand. Why? Not because I'm lazy. It's because I can put it in. Careful with parentheses around the numerator. The denominator is also true. So I have plus 36 minus 16. And I divide by, in parentheses, please, 2 times 18 or just 36. If you put 36, you don't need parentheses, but you put 2 times 18, you have to. Okay, so I got this. I will immediately apply cosine inverse to it. Cosine inverse to the previous answer. So I don't have to put it in. And I get 36.34 degrees. So A equals 36.34 degrees. So I found one angle. So this angle is 36.34 degrees. Now you can continue in the same way to find B, and then you subtract from 180 the sum of these two, or you can use law of sines. Now we can write sine 36.38 over 4 equals sine C over 6. So we can determine C. Or we can use L'Hopital's rule to find, not L'Hopital's rule. Sorry, I'm thinking of calculus 1 for a moment. Sorry, we are using law of cosines to determine C. So which route do you want to continue with? It doesn't matter. Once I have an angle, I can use law of sines or continue with law of cosines to determine one more angle. It doesn't matter which one. How do you want to proceed? And no, not with L'Hopital's rule. That's derivatives and other things. Okay. How would you like to continue? Would you like to use law of sines, or would you like to continue with law of cosines for another angle? Anyone, please? Is anyone with me?
Can we do another law of sines?
Yeah. So let's use law of sines for which angle? It doesn't matter. We can write all of them. So we have sine 36.34 degrees over 4, of course, equals sine B over 3. Once we have B, then we subtract the sum from 180 to determine C. So cross multiply. So we have sine B equals 3 times sine 36.34 degrees, everything divided by 4. So let's see what we get. Let me clear everything here. So 3 times sine 36.34. And I divide everything by 4. Good. So this is sine B. Right away, I want the inverse of this because I want to find the angle. 26.39. So B equals 26.39 degrees. Therefore, I subtract from 180. I subtract the 36.34. And I subtract the previous one, 26.39. So I got the other angle, angle C, to be 117.27. And that's it. So we solved the triangle. We found all 3 angles given all 3 sides. Any questions? Any questions? Let me know if you want to work on another problem. Let's share. Let me know if you want to work on another problem. Anyone, please? Do we understand how law of cosines works?
Can we do 18?
Yes. This one here? Very good. Perfect. And then we can move on. 18. So we have in 18, they say A equals 2, C equals 1, and angle B is 10 degrees. Perfect. Good. Triangle. A, opposite is 2. B, opposite is B. C, and opposite is 1. And B is 10 degrees. So A is unknown, but the side is known. B is 10 degrees, and the side is unknown. And C, angle C is unknown, and the opposite side is 1. So you want to start with law of sines or law of cosines? Why law of cosines works here is because we have 2 sides and the angle in between. So we can determine this in a blink. We can also use law of sines. Any questions? And let's make a decision. Anyone would like to make a decision to use law of cosines or law of sines? Hey guys, are you with me? Wes, are you with me? Isaac?
Well,
Eli? Save us, Axel. Yes.
Isn't it like impossible to use this, the laws of sine? Because if we do, let's say, sine B over B, we don't have the like the lowercase b, and if we use any other, we'll still be missing another component, right?
Thank you so much for noticing that. Thank you. So we can write it and we'll take a look at it. So sine A divided by 2 equals sine 10 divided by unknown equals sine C divided by 1. So as you see, we indeed, in this proportion, we have two unknowns. In this proportion, we also have two unknowns. In this proportion, we also have two unknowns. Correct. Very good point. So it will work, but not before we find lowercase b using law of cosines. Perfect. Well done. Excellent. So then it can wait if we want to proceed that way. We don't have to, but we have to determine b. And remember, b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine b. And we have everything. We have a, which is 2, we have c, which is 1, and we have b, which is 10, angle b. So everything here is known. So we can determine b squared. So b squared equals a squared, which is 2, that's 4, plus 1 squared, it's 5. So these two, 5 minus 2 times 1, which is 2, times cosine 10. I'll determine this and then take the square root. I will only consider the positive. Very good. Excellent. So we have 5 minus 4 cosine 10. 5 minus 4 cosine 10, and then I apply the square root to this previous answer. I got 1.02999. So I'll say b equals 1.03. So we determined that's this side right here as 1.03, which is now this 1.03. And now we can continue with law of sines in this way to determine c. And then I will determine a, subtracting the sum of those two angles from 180. Would you like to find c or would you like to find a? So one option is this, the other option is this. Which one? Which one will you apply? Anyone, please? Which one would you like to determine? Angle A or angle C at this point?
We could do A.
Okay, perfect. So then if we do A, then we have sine A times 1.03 equals 2 times this. So then sine A equals 2 times sine 10 divided by this number that multiplies sine A. And once we determine that, we will determine C by subtracting. So let me clear all this. So we had 2 times sine 10, and we divide by 1.03. I got a number. I will immediately apply sine inverse to this previous answer, and I get 19.71 degrees. So A equals 19.71 degrees. So now from 180, I subtract 19.71, and I also subtract 10 to determine angle C. So C equals 150.29. Oh, I think I wasn't sharing. I'm so sorry. So I had 2 times sine 10 degrees divided by 1.03. I got this number. And then I apply sine inverse to the previous answer, and I got 19.71 degrees. From 180, I subtracted 19.71 degrees, and I also subtracted 10 degrees for B to get C, angle C, 150.29 degrees. Sorry about that. Is this okay? Is this okay, everyone? Okay. So that's not what I wanted. I wanted here. Okay. So A equals 14, B equals 7, and A equals 85. So I would like you to work on this and upload the answers. Okay, 5 minutes, please.